Heading on into Motorhead Garage, and we've got a great show planned for you today. If your car stinks, this is an episode for you. Also, we've got AP Laser in here with all new laser engraving technology you haven't seen before. And if you've got a problem with oil and the residue it leaves behind, we have a show for you. You are going to love this episode of Motorhead Garage, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Motorhead Garage is presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Bradley Powers in the house, representing AP Laser. We always love having Brad in because we learn about all kinds of technology. You've seen the AP Laser if you watched the show before. For the folks that haven't, kind of refresh us. What can the AP Laser do?
So the AP Laser is known for its open architecture. AP is known as all-purpose, and that is the real reason behind the open architecture. They don't want you to be limited. With other laser manufacturers, you're limited by just what you see below here, the Z-bed. That Z-bed comes out as we've seen, so you can etch a car hood, whiskey barrels, larger sheets of acrylic, metals, things of that nature. So you are not limited with AP Laser like you are with some other laser manufacturers. You get 24/7 technical support. You have great technology it's a turnkey package. So you get a computer, you get a warranty, you get tech support, you get everything you need from training to usability to maintenance. Everything you need is available with AP Laser.
For folks that are interested in the automotive world, what kind of stuff have you done on an AP Laser like this?
So our real garage-esque things that we've done with the AP Laser CO2 is tumblers, keepsakes like little key tags, leather keychains. We go into clocks. Everybody loves a garage clock. So cutting acrylic pieces, doing a full acrylic whiskey barrel clocks, everything from that nature you can do with this AP Laser.
You know, you mentioned some of the support you get. What if, you get into a new material you haven't worked with before? How do you figure out how to set the laser and how to get that done?
AP Laser gives you a full set of starting parameters for a whole bunch of different materials, from acrylic, wood, granite, stone, brick, the list goes on and on. And that really gives you that ability to personalize whatever comes forward from a customer, for your business, just even as a hobby.
And we know cars are so personal to Americans. It's so American to love cars. That's why we're all here. So you can take a regular object and personalize it. What's it like to see, maybe a car club come along or somebody do something special for somebody they love on their vehicle, or a souvenir with their vehicle on it?
As you've seen with the DeSoto, from valve covers to oil caps, even to that football for Player of the Week. I mean, the sign of the smiles on people's faces are priceless. And that is what you have to look at, is emotional marketing pricelessness.
Now that's the CO2 laser we've come to love from AP Laser, but here's a unit that folks may not be familiar with. What is it?
This is the AP Galvo 30C. So that APG 30C stands for Galvo. It's a fiber source. That fiber source is what you really want for truly etching into metals and other materials. That the CO2 is good, but you really need depth. And as we've come to learn, fiber is where it's at. People has asked and asked and asked for personalization with metal objects, and the new AP Galvo does that. As you can see with this wrench, we've personalized it with a don't touch. That way,
and my initials, I see.
Yes, your initials. That way, if somebody says, well, your name's not on it, your name is on it, and that is actually etched into the metal and then etched with a black mark, and there's no compounds to add, no anything else. It comes like that right off the machine, as you can see. And we have all kinds of items here that people just flock toward. So you get that emotional marketing and that pricelessness of customization with the Galvo, but you unlock a new opportunity with metals like silver, gold, aluminum, stainless steel, galvanized, anodized, everything in that nature you unlock with this new Galvo machine.
I know automotive folks are going to be interested in a lot of this stuff because a lot of metal on cars and everything. And there's a lot of different materials that you're mentioning. How easy is it to set for those different materials on the AP Laser?
The settings are very easy. For my company, 1245 Graphics, we've had a huge amount of just inquiries about different things we can do, from jewelry to tumblers to really just getting personalization done on things that they thought wasn't possible.
And these are items that folks actually, you did for customers here. So,
Yes.
So a wide variety of stuff and easy to adjust the machine from material to material.
Oh yes, super easy. All you have to do is type in the new setting.
If you're a builder, you like to customize stuff, or you just want to make cool stuff for car folks, go to aplaser.com/TV. Get your business up and running. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings and more cool products when we come back. Stay right here.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. BrothersTrucks.com, your #1 source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC truck restoration. Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. NH Oil Undercoating, the official oil-based rust prevention system. And by Tornador, the must-have detailing tools.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Look, I love cars, you love cars, whether it's a classic or something newer. If it goes, it's awesome, but sometimes cars stink. And that's where our friends at Azuna come in. Scott, how do you take care of odors inside vehicles?
So basically what we have is our product, which is basically based on tea tree oil, right? And what tea tree oil does is it allows you to absorb the mold, mildew, and bacteria from the air so that you're getting that neutral smell, right? And that everything from pet smells to smoke smells to BO to your hockey bag in your car and things of that nature. And the way that it works is basically it's a gel, right? So it's tea tree oil, water, some binders done into a gel form like this. And by the time that it's done, it hardened. And then when it's done, you use a refill pouch to basically refill it to make it nice and economical. And we started off doing this mainly for home. So we would have our whole home kit where we'd have all of our different scents and our small room and large room treatments, the small room being the 2 ounce for 200 square feet up to 90 days, and the 8 ounce being for 800 square feet up to 90 days. And we started selling this to auto dealers. And one of our partners is Northtown Auto in Buffalo, started realizing that cars, when they are turned in, right now it's a little bit different because the marketplace is different, but on average you're getting dinged $1,100 for pet smells, smoke smells, other smells you can't get out. So they would buy it, use it in the car, and be able to economically make 100 to 1 return on investment for themselves. So what we decided to do is launch our Azuna Auto this week. It's the first time we're launching it is here on Motorhead Garage. And basically the main difference from this is we've got a smaller hole configuration because these are meant for 200 square feet and a car is not 200 square feet. So what we suggest people do is just put it in their car and you will have a nice neutral smell. All those smoke smells, those pet smells, they'll be gone. Or if you're about to turn your car in, buy one of these, let it sit for a day or two before you bring your car in and save yourself $1,100 on average.
I like saving $1,100.
I mean, who doesn't?
And so can you use this as sort of a maintenance thing? Keep it in your car?
Yeah. I mean, that's what the main suggestion is that basically you're having it in there full time. And as I said, within about 90 days, you'll see that it hardens up. Then you would either put a new one in or you can get the refill pouch and basically just refill it. But we kid around and say that your house or your car or your RV, your boat, it's gonna smell like the French Alps, meaning that it's neutral, because some people like different scents. We have an aromatherapy, a simply citrus, a pure vanilla, as well as our natural scent. And then we actually have an athlete scent for gym bags. So for hockey bags, for smaller gym bags, that as well, which is kind of nice little laundry fresh type scent. But what we suggest with the Azuna Auto is that it is a maintenance product. In the old days, you would put in the tree that smells like fake pine tree of toxins, and this is all natural. So what our market is for the people who really like all natural products. people that understand they don't want to put additional toxins into there because you got toxins everywhere. And that's, what the main suggestion is for it.
And you talk about the scents. Scent is not really the primary focus here. That's kind of the byproduct.
Yes, yeah. So basically, some people like different scents. So like, people who like our Simply Citrus, which is a orange/cranberry type scent, they love that. But what we're there for is to not mask the scent. We're not a spray, although we do have a spray, but our spray is an all-natural spray, which can also be used as a cleaning piece as well. We're not there to just mask the smell. What our job is to basically absorb all the mold, mildew, and bacteria from the air into the gel so that we hit the source of the problem.
Of course, Azuna works in your RV, your boat, and your car. What are the other applications that we have? What are the other products?
In addition to the products we have here, we have a laundry kit, which basically allows you to use dryer balls with our spray, dry your clothes in much less period of time in a much more non-toxic manner that the dryer sheets have. We have a mold gold, which allows you to get rid of mold in your showers, your laundry room, and anywhere where there's existing mold, where you just spray it and hit it with an antimicrobial rag. And then within all of our different scents, we have the aromatherapy, the Simply Citrus, and the pure vanilla, and refill pouches for all of them.
And now we brought in a guy that really stinks sometimes. I don't want to say that too much.
Not anymore, because I have Azuna now.
That's right, and I like your Motorhead Sherpa. You were mention that. Yeah, tell me how you use Azuna.
Well, every once in a while, my friends and I will smoke a cigar in the car, and as smokers know, that smell is very hard to get out. We'll pop an Azuna in the morning. By night, that smell will be gone, and not just cigar smells, but any type of smoke smell, Azuna will work great with. Another way is leave your windows open. Your car gets mold or musky, pop an Azuna in there, that smell will be gone.
If Azuna can take care of cigars and musty smells and gym bags of all things, it's going to work for you. Check them out at azunafresh.com. And you can check out more Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings when we come back. Keep it right here.
Dragonfire Tools, quality, affordable storage. Proud sponsor of our DragonfireTools.com studio.
Welcome back to Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. This is the "you're not going to believe this" portion of the show. This is Remediate from R3 Industrial. Rich, give us the overview. What does this do?
Remediate was designed to micro-encapsulate hydrocarbons. So you have spills out in the gas and oil industry, you have spills in your garage, under your car or parking lot. There's always some type of hydrocarbon spills. We started working in the gas and oil industry, cleaning up skids, giant motors, big Caterpillar engines, couldn't get the oil on the ground. So we found Remediate, and Remediate basically comes in and micro-encapsulate any oil that gets on the ground. Once it's captured, it's no longer a hydrocarbon. It's considered inert, no longer toxic, no longer hazardous. This is made with green materials. It's not a carcinogenic, it's great. You're not gonna have to worry about cancer or anything like that. This will actually clean any type of hydrocarbon. Basically what it does, it turns it into a powder. So once it's microencapsulated, as you can see in some of the videos, you can just run your hand on it and it falls right off. So if you were remediating dirt, then basically it's transparent. So it takes on the characteristics of the dirt around it. It'll look like you don't even have a spill. So we can have a spill as big as we are right now and have it cleaned up in one day. No dig and haul, nothing like that.
And you just till it back into the soil.
Right. So what we also found out, when we're spraying the ground, we got this on the hard surfaces, the metal, the steel, the plastics. What we realized, it started capturing it while it was stuck on the actual surfaces. So we tried to power wash this. It did not have any Remediate on it. It's still there. Cold water, power wash. We remediated this side. As you can see, removes oxidation, brings back the color, oil's gone.
And there's oil on here that's literally probably older than me. Now, what about the folks that are watching this going, well, I've got a degreaser in the garage.
Right.
I can just use that.
Well, it's kicking the can down the road. You're taking the oil from here and you're dropping it to the ground. You saw when we used Remediate, it micro-encapsulated, it turned it into flakes, it dropped to the ground, there was no oil residue on the ground. So if you did this with just a caustic soap, regular soap, it's gonna land on the ground, kick it down the road, it's gonna go into the drainage system, and then the city has to take care of it. Here, you're taking care of it before it even hits. So it's an environmentally friendly green product that micro-encapsulate hydrocarbons.
What else can you use it on?
Any type of hydrocarbon residue. It also works on glycol. So if you have some glycol spills, it works on that. It actually works on urine. If you got urine smell inside of a house, on the ground, in the backyard, it'll actually clean that up. It'll get rid of the smell immediately. It gets rid of chemical smells. It'll work on mold and mildew. Just spray it on your bathtub, let it sit, wipe it down. The key to remediate is patience. Spray it, let it sit, let it dry, come back, cut your cleaning time in half. That's the best part of that, because you're no longer chasing oil. You're no longer chasing grease. It works in restaurants, bacon grease, greasy floors.
Of course, our forklift project was super impressive, but the one that was super easy was the engine cleaning outside on that diesel. Gunk from years and years of use.
Again, it's patience. Now, it works really great when the sun's out, a hotter engine, it's gonna work really fast. A little colder weather, it takes a little bit longer. My recommendation is always spray it the day before. Come back the next day, wash it off, clean it off. But it's that easy. We cleaned that engine in one.
It took probably a half hour when all was said and done, but the actual effort from us was about 3 minutes.
Right, and that was with a cold water wash with a water hose.
Not even pressure wash.
If it was regular degreaser with caustic soap, you'd have to use hot water, push it around, again, leaving residue. This will leave no residue on the ground.
You've got to get some of this for yourself. It's called Remediate. You can find it at remediate.com. That's R3 Mediate. You are not going to believe the stuff this can do for you. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage and more cool products when we come back right after this.
Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. Ameribraid, a professional belt grinder made in America. Sundown Audio, innovative world-class car audio. And by Superior Products, professional auto detailing supplies and car wash chemicals.
Well, we used the code reader in the old Dauber Cruiser, and everything was pointing to exhaust and the catalytic converters. Now, Tom, 4 of them in the Xterra. This is an example of one. Now, before I go and replace those, what are some of the ancillary things I need to think about?
Well, if there's a problem that damaged the catalytic converters, you don't want to put in a new catalytic converter without fixing those problems, because you'll damage your new one. Catalytic converters do wear out over time, so it could just be the catalytic converter, but make sure you've replaced the maintenance stuff, the spark plugs, the ignition coils, to make sure that you're not putting unburned fuel into the catalytic converter that'll overheat it. That'll damage it. If your engine's just worn out, you need new piston rings. You could replace valve seals. That's usually not very expensive, but if anything that's leaking oil, engine oil into the catalytic converter, that'll turn into ash and damage it.
And you're talking a big rebuild if you're talking...
Yeah, except for the valve seals, that can be something that you can do yourself, and it's not a big problem on a lot of engines. And another thing, a lot of newer engines have plastic intake manifolds. Sometimes those crack over time, and the coolant passages leak, so you'll leak coolant in your catalytic converter, and that'll create ash and clog it up too. So those are ignition, engine oil, and coolant. You don't want those in you don't want unburned fuel, you don't want coolant, you don't want engine oil in your catalytic converter.
And you certainly don't want to replace the catalytic converters only to find out it's some other problem that's leading to that.
Right, yeah, you don't want to damage the new one. And whenever you're replacing a catalytic converter, or just as routine maintenance, usually it's like every 100,000 miles, you want to replace the oxygen sensors, because those are the sentinels controlling the fuel-air mixture, telling the computer if the right fuel-air mixture is coming to the engine. And if those don't work, then your catalytic converter is more likely to get damaged, and you'll get all sorts of engine trouble codes. So, yeah, whenever you replace the catalytic converter, put new oxygen sensors, and just as part of routine maintenance, replace those periodically.
So if you're going in and you're going to replace a part, you might as well get the parts that go with it. You can get all of that at rockauto.com. If you've seen Motorhead Garage before, you've seen Tribotex most likely, and we can talk all about it all we want, Pasha, and say that it's going to make your engine last longer, it's going to make it perform better, it's even going to repair old damage. But don't take our word for it. You've gotten accolades from a whole bunch of different organizations. Tell me some of the awards that you've won.
It was just recently featured by the Forbes magazine. We got NASA Spin-Off Award of 2020. We got Defense Innovation Award of 2017. And what is the interesting thing about military mechanics? They don't make more money if your stuff breaks more often. It's opposite. They're very interested in their things lasting as long as possible.
So the military guys, what are they looking at? What kind of qualities for Tribotex?
For example, when tank shoots, that brings tremendous stress on the parts and the oil deteriorates in those touched pieces. So tank that shoots, that doesn't drive very far. On the other side, cars also can have stress when they jump in the pothole or tow something that is bouncing back and forth. With those things, Tribotex create a film that is self-regulating and remove those stresses and self-organize them into a smooth condition after you drive again. So it makes not just last longer, but recover from the damages that happened in the past.
So shock and stress and those kinds of things can make things wear out more quickly. And those are a lot of forces the military guys are looking at.
Yes.
And then you mentioned Air Force as well.
Air Force specifically, they look for things to extend longevity of existing platforms beyond what they have right now. The cars usually last for 10, 20 years, but planes, 60. We expect from them to last over 100 years in, for example, KC-135 fleet. And they also ground support equipment, generators, the landing gear that goes along with that. That's what we want to extend life as long as possible.
NASA, the Army, and the Air Force all think Tribotex is great, and it does wonders for their vehicles. It can do wonders for yours. You can check it out at tribotex.com. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Motorhead Garage presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. Let's say we do it again next week, same time, same sandbox. And if you have a product you want to see featured on the show, email Jeff at masterstv.com. We'll get you here in our Masters Entertainment Group studios. From our entire crew here at the studio, so long. We'll see you next time.